Hi! René and I were at home getting bored. So we decided to make a 6-hour car trip and go to Haute-Mauricie. But when we got here, we didn't want to get bored too. So we got busy. We just came back from a 2-week vacation at the cottage. I really love going up there. It's quiet, peaceful, and most of all, off the grid. Every time we go there to relax ourselves, we do some works. Some are not finished yet, but others are. Let me tell you about them. Last year, we made some space to store our boat. I love it because we don't have to pay for the storage anymore. But a big fiberglass boat like this one is hard to get out of the water. So I've installed a big winch. It works super fine. But my installation doesn't, because it's impossible to keep the winch straight. So we decided to make a permanent base, just here. First thing to do is a little cleanup to make a little bit straighter. Next, it's time to get the workbench out to make the concrete form. When it's assembled, we can begin. As you can see, it's not fine woodworking. And to nail this together, we're going to use duplex nails. They're super useful when comes the time to take the form apart. But each time a nail gets pulled out, it becomes crooked. This is less useful to drive the nails in. But it's not a big problem when you have a René who can straighten the nails while I nail one tier of the form together. There you go, the first tier of my form. And in no time at all, I have all of them. I just need to put them in place. But just putting them like that won't hold very well. So I nailed more boards all around it. But I'm not totally ready to make the concrete yet. I need some sort of a bracket to hold the bolts that will hold the winch in place. But it's only when I'm screwing the nut in place that I realize that this will be in the way. So I remove it. After bringing some big rocks, sand, water, and cement, I'm ready to mix my concrete. And since I don't have a lot to do, I will mix this directly inside the wheelbarrow. When I have the good quantity of sand and cement and it's well mixed, I add some small rocks, water, and mix it again. Then I fill up the form. After the third batch, I add some rocks to use less concrete. And I continue to mix. I eventually manage to fill up the form. After making the top smoother, I can put the hook inside the concrete. Now we just need to clean a little all around and wait for the concrete to cure. Meanwhile, I can glue two 4x4 together, so I will have something to screw the winch to. Around 40 hours later, I remove the form. Didn't I told you that those nails will become handy? Now that the form is out of the way, I can mark where to drill the holes for the wooden support and drill them. I also need to make bigger holes for the nuts and washers. When it's done, it's now possible to bolt the wooden part to the base. We also need to drill 6 holes into the winch. Next, we can put it in place and screw it down. Now I need to fill this big hole. No, I don't want water to stay there. This old caulking is perfect for that. It's way too thick to do anything else with it. Now I can get rid of my old setup. Hopefully, one day I'll be able to do something with all the concrete blocks that we've brought here. And now, when my boat is in the water and I want to bring it out to dry land, I just need to hook the winch cable to it and winch it up. Okay, you might say that it looks pretty easy to pull, but it's only because part of it is still into the lake. But when it's above the water, I'm pretty happy René is there to winch it up. And it doesn't even seem to be hard to do. When the cable is back in place, we can flip the boat over. With its patch look, we're not too worried about it being stolen. I'm pretty pleased with the final result. But René is less happy about it. Oh yes, she's a bit disappointed that she really missed out on her job, which was to make sure the concrete was all around the big rocks. But this is not the only thing we did during our vacations. We also redid the dock from scratch. But it's not finished, because we're missing some material. Oh well, this will be for another time. I also have another episode that I recorded last September. It will be out soon. This was our new winch installation at the cottage. For more episodes at the cottage, you'll have to come back to the Woodpecker.